Warning: the following video contains explicit language which may be offensive to some viewers or inappropriate for children. The content within this video is intended for mature audiences only.
Hello and welcome to this video. Today's video is Rabbits Season 2, Episode 5, Part 3, Like Arteries in Search of a Heart. This is going pretty well. I'm enjoying doing these videos. I hope you guys are enjoying listening to them. So, without further ado, let's get into this thing.
What's happening? Was that the door? Hello?
If you don't mind, I'm going to have to respectfully demand that you hang up the telephone.
Who are you?
If you're here seeking an audience with the Traveler, you're going to need to hang up immediately.
Such as polite invitations go.
Who the fuck is the Traveler?
Hello? Evie! Hello?
That's where it cuts off.
I'm interested. The fact that we've went through this whole underground complex and now she just kind of got cut off. And we're listening to this after the fact. One thing I need to say is I am really glad I am not trying to do a reaction, first time reaction to Rabbits and Black Tapes at the same time. Just simply because there are, even though they're different stories, there are parallels going on, and sometimes even already having listened to the Rabbits Season 1, Season 2, that it's kind of crazy. It kind of, there's a couple seconds each time when I'm listening that my brain has to check the data and go, make sure that this is what we're listening to.
We'll dig more into that recording soon, but right now we're going to go back to something that happened a couple of episodes ago.
I like it when it does that, when it jumps back to fill in, kind of backfill everything. Another Path Cards commercial. Interesting.
Hello there. Do you sometimes find yourself stuck? Do you feel like you are occasionally just spinning your wheels? Would you like to find the answer to a difficult question? Or are you simply just looking to find your true path, improve your life, and maybe enter a universe of unending adventure? If so, Path Cards might be for you. Visit us now at southelk.com for more information. South Elk, find your path. Path cards are connected to a deep and ancient power source. And if you use...
Man, I don't know how many people out there have listened, or that are listening to this, have read Ubik by Philip K. Dick. This, to me, these commercials in this season, the Path Card commercials, kind of remind me of the commercials that pop up just randomly through the novel by Philip K. Dick. It's quite interesting, the similarities. I just wonder if someone at PRA or Minnow Beats Well or even Terry Miles himself have actually read that particular novel by Philip K. Dick and just incorporated, inspired to do this particular season this way.
Path cards, you understand that you are doing so entirely at your own risk. South Elk will not be liable for any damages arising from the use of path cards. Good luck.
Path cards, or, more specifically, the fact that there were path cards visible on the seat of Dr. Yanich's car at the time of her accident. All of the cards were face down except for one. That card was called the Traveler.
That is an interesting card. Let me see if I can find my set real quick. And we can look at the card. Doesn't look like I have it handy. Maybe next episode we can take a look. Oh, there they are. The Traveler. And yes, I am kind of stretching this out because the last episode I made a little long. So we're going to kind of see. Child. This. Beef. Is that it? It's the tower. There we go. Here's the Traveler. This is what she's looking at there. So yeah, I am kind of trying to stretch this video out simply because, like I was saying, I made the last video a little too long, so there's not much left of this episode. I'm kind of stretching it out for a little bit, playing the algorithm for a little bit.
I'd been thinking about doing it for a while, but with everything else that happened, I didn't have time. Once the Traveler popped up again, however, I finally pulled out my path cards deck and decided to try an experiment.
Which is interesting because this kind of, I believe we get more into it in episode 6, but this kind of lays the foundation, and it's going to kind of get a little bit kind of wonky here.
I shuffled the deck and, using my left hand, pulled one of the cards and set it on top. The Tower. The card was covered in strange images, and I felt a shiver run through my body as I quickly slipped it back into the deck. I reshuffled the cards and pulled another. The Twins. I reshuffled again and drew a third card. This time, I drew the Traveler. At that point, I sat down and took a long look at the card. I went back to what Dr. Yanich had said about using some aspect of each card.
The only thing is she broke the procedure by reshuffling and reshuffling. You're not supposed to do that. In fact, there's a couple cards that have the rules printed on them, and yeah, that's kind of how you're not supposed to do it. So it's gonna be interesting to see how that impacts the in-universe going-ons of the whole thing.
Find your way to the next one. Once I'd figured out which element of the card I'd use to take me to the next station, I set out on my path. I'm not going to go into the specific details related to my interpretation of each of the 12 cards I picked, but I am going to go into some detail about the events connected to the 12th and final card I pulled from the deck during that session. So, the second to last, or the 11th path card I'd chosen, was something called the Void. Like all of the path cards, the Void features numbers, symbols, letters, and images surrounding a
So, we go with the void. The thing is she is within the rules of the universe, kind of not playing by the rules, by the whole, as I mentioned before, the whole reshuffle. But skipping to the end, I think, and I don't think I'm spoiling anything, is I think we get, at some point, we go through her adventure card by card. I'm not sure if it's this particular playthrough of the path cards that she endeavors on, or if it's a new one or something more entangled in the story. And even if I could remember, I wouldn't tell you because spoilers. So let's listen some more.
Central image. The central image on the void card is the skull of a deer or similar animal. One of the words written along the
I kind of look at it as like a stag's head, which I don't think a stag and a deer, like say a white-tailed deer or a mule deer, are in the same family. I think they're in the same genus, but I don't think they're in the same family.
left side of that card led me to my final destination during that path card session. It led me to the Magician's Arcade. It's rabbits. I'm Riley Bennett. We'll be back again soon. Until then, stay safe.
So there we go. We are 5 episodes finished in season 2. We got 5 more to go. I will probably be doing a black tapes here fairly soon. So until then, be a good human. Be good to other humans. Peace.
Hey, it's 10 p.m. Do you know where your children are?